You're back! The incident that happened at Full Wish TV is causing a huge stir.
Hello, everyone! Welcome to our brand new...
Hi, everyone! This is your old friend
Well then, as the Phantasmoon Games reach a...
Yes, we are!
The supplicant to this Imagenesis...
As of the latest reports, nearly 200,000 human and Imaginary inhabitants across planar hands in a chilling echo of the Bloodstained Games 15 years ago. Footage left behind by Full Wish points to the disaster.
She identified the culprit.
But a spokesperson for the...
Oh, how familiar that sounds. 15 years ago, they made the same excuses. What is...
Over 500 years ago, a prophet made a prediction. In year 1999, a terrifying devil will descend from the sky. Will this prophecy come true? Can Plain Arcadia safely make it through this crucial year? We will... Shame on them. How can they just say things like that on TV when it's not even confirmed? Also, those two hosts, weren't they from Full Wish TV? They were spreading nasty stories about you on the news before. And now look, they've immediately jumped ship after what happened to I'm happy you made it back safely. But somehow, you just... Oh no. You're trying to grow up and leave me behind. Don't tell me you're becoming the next Don Hung. No. Is this what it takes to become a hero? I am so cute and lovely. What's the problem with that? Oh, right. Tell me about what happened at the TV tower. I've heard Don Hung and Sunday's side of the story. So, Full Wish had people undergo the happiness surgery to implant and you guys stopped the mutation from spreading. But all you managed to do was to temporarily seal Shuhu's flesh inside Blade? You mentioned that Nessia, the one we met at Star Rail Fest, is actually the Phantasmoon Games arbitrator? No wonder she could draw a mask for you. And she also asked you to go deep into the world in Canvas to warn... who?
Yes, Graphia, Himiko's ancestor. She's an artist from 1,000 years.
Himiko's ancestor? She's still alive? Wait, that's not even the most important important part. Nessia asked you to warn Graphia that the Lord Ravager, Asat Pramod, is back? Why does the Express have such bad luck? By this point, whenever we go on vacation, I'm always ready to deal with random problems. But running Lord Ravager, at Venessia's request, Shuhu's flesh and Blade's body, feels like we're juggling a bunch of eggs all at once. I shouldn't have asked so many questions. Didn't mean to stress you out or make...
So many things to deal with right now. I've had a long day. I should just get some rest.
He's tired. Let him sleep. You're obviously tired. I never thought this vacation would become the prelude to yet another major war.
From our very first steps, trouble has always followed the Nameless. But this is way too much.
Look at you now. It takes me back to when I first got the Express running again. Aside from Pom-Pom, all I could do was note every problem in the navigation log, one by one. A world's coordinates that needed an update. Back then, I never imagined the Astral Express would one day have come to think of it. It's because of you. Because of all of you. Along the way, we have defeated 2 Lord Ravagers. The Nameless who guided me before I said, keep moving forward, and the obstacles that once felt impossible to conquer will soon be behind you. And along the way, you'll find companions who are just like you. I've seen you grow through the Vantis Moon games, becoming someone others can trust and lean on. And I heard the declaration you made atop the tower. That's why I want to share a story from the past with you. A promise from 15 years ago. I promised someone that when the moon over my hometown was full again, I would go back to see her, to let her know I had made the most of this borrowed life, and found companions I could trust with all my heart. I want to share this story with you all. The story of how my journey began. Because it's a long story, filled with many memories of my past. I'd also like to invite you all to the place where I repaired the Express.
All right. It's a deal. When I return from the world in canvas, you can make us... let Shush make us some coffee, huh? Then we'll settle in and listen to your story.
Speaking of the world in canvas, March Venessia's request was not made lightly, and she was worried for a reason. According to the records from the databank and the IPC's investigation, Asat Pramod's campaigns often span centuries, and the planets he targets all end up destroyed 1,000 years ago. My ancestor Graphia created the world in canvas. If that was to resist Asat Pramod, that's the first of many mysteries. Based on our family history, we are clearly not descendants of any long, quite the opposite. The weathering curse has shortened my family's lifespan for generations. There are far too many legends about. Only two things are beyond doubt. First, during the Cinderth Age, she created countless Imaginae and sent them into battle against the demon legions from. Second, near the end of one of the Phantasmoon games, she created, which means she is not only familiar with Asat. Nobody knows just how big the plane Graphia created actually is. Over 140 years ago, the IPC tried to salvage the world in canvas, but they were only able to reconstruct part of it in the real world. Legend has it that Graphia used a vast ocean as her canvas and channeled the power of elation to step into the painting, which means she has not only seen Asat Pramad, but has also seen the Eon of Elation descend in all their glory. Good question. As for who in plain Arcadia knows Graphia, and she should have some clues to guide us. By the way, General Yao Guang is here. I'm not sure if she comes with good news or bad news. Go talk to General Yao Guang then. Don't...
Nice to meet you, Ishvara. I always thought that the arbitrator, Evanesia, would step in and punish Foolish for the disaster she caused. In my capacity as an Arbiter General, I extend my deepest gratitude. What I am about to tell you is something Evanesia risked breaking the rules to share with me. Please keep it a secret. Sealed within Ahatopia's core is Ouroboros, the Veracity. Wait, you've never heard of the Veracity before? Come to think of it, they must be unfamiliar to most people. They were supposed to be recorded in the list of arch-enemies as an author of calamity. They are an ancient god of desire and but they disappeared so long ago that the Cienjo Alliance never witnessed any of their deeds. Well, they need no such title anyway. Beast of Calamity, Star Devourer, Void Maw. Just hearing these names, one can imagine what kind of monstrosity. Rumor has it, they were last seen during the era of the Swarm disaster. They were hardly there to aid the Swarm, but rather to attend a cosmic-level feast, in which the Swarm served merely as appetizers. And the planets they passed, no one expected them to be here of all places. The true situation remains unknown, but with this information we can understand why. Aren't you a little afraid? Interesting. You wouldn't flinch even if a star fell upon you. A true Ishvara. Fortune follows when fate hits its lowest ebb. Every crisis comes with an opportunity. Now that we know a force capable of devouring stars is deep in slumber at this planet's core, perhaps we could make it devour the problem inside Blade's body. Blade has agreed to my proposal and will venture into the world in canvas to seek out the veracity. I cast a divination, and the hexagram shifted between the marsh and fire trigrams, yielding the judgment. Heaven and earth. A funeral, or an adventure. Will it be a battle with only a 1 in 10 chance of survival to tear away Shuhu's flesh from his body? Blade agreed to my proposal, even though that little Stellaron hunter girl wouldn't stop Betting? No, we are not chips laid on a gaming table, nor dice tossed at someone's whim. We trust in people, in ourselves, and that belief is what gave you the strength to overcome Full Wish. It is also the only reason I stay for this world. My purpose has never changed. I am going to draw the elation into my divination and overturn a fate marked for great woe. I have a plan for how to handle Asat Pramod if he strikes. What miracle could cap off these games better than a finale that humbles a Lord Ravager? The shadow of the Lord Ravager looms, and from here on, everyone must carry their part of the burden. I will take my...
Before I set out, I still want to say a few words to everyone. What are they all up to over there?
Oh, there you are. We were waiting for you. We're here to celebrate the Astral Express making it through another trial, of course.
It's a modest celebration, but a meaningful one. You stopped Full Wish's scheme, and that is no small achievement, regardless of what the people of...
Exactly. You knocked out the mastermind behind all those creepy Joy... whatever their name is. I didn't get to see it myself, but...
Your victory gave Blade a chance to free himself. With a Lord Ravager looming on the horizon, everyone will soon be heading off on their own mission.
Now, let's make a toast.
What the fuck? I don't like this one bit. Something bad is about to happen. Actually, what the fuck?
Here's to everyone who fights to protect this Arcadia, and here's to all of us. The Lord Ravager can throw whatever he wants at us, but I know the Astral Express...
Thank you. All of you. Having you by my side is what gives me the courage to face the future. I'll carry this strength with me through the rest of this journey. Cheers!
Oh man, something bad is about to happen. What the fuck?
I heard from Sunday about how the televised... We won this battle because of you. When the televised debate began, the crowd... I guess people know deep down, but I am more concerned about... I've seen the footage of your fight with Full Wish. When you returned to the top of the tower, it reminded me a lot of when I saved you at Herta Space Station. The Stellaron can be awakened by a wish, but its immense power always has a way of warping reality. As the wave of wish power surged toward you, it brought hope and blessings, but also dark intentions and malice. Be careful with this power you have.
Oh, it's you! Pom-Pom heard you've got a... Sadly, Pom-Pom can't remember. Pom-Pom's memory of those years is like a fogged-up express window. But it's okay. After passenger Himiko repaired the... How did passenger Himiko appear? That's odd. Pom-Pom can't remember a thing. all Pom Pom recalls is the day passenger Himiko knocked. It felt like Pom Pom was waking up from a dream. The Express's heart. Graphia, but Pom Pom always dreams of strangers when Pom Pom's asleep. They seem to be bustling around the Express. But every time Pom Pom wakes up, their faces slip away. Safe trip. Pom Pom will take good care of the Express while you're away.
There you are. March and I were talking about you. You, me, and March. The three of us.
Exactly. The power trio of this Express.
This trip to Plain Arcadia is the first time we weren't necessarily working together toward a common goal. You dove into the Phantom Moon games. I crossed paths with that relentless old friend and foe again. As for March, well, she spent her time wandering and eating. Her perfect little vacation.
Wait, hold up. How come all I get is wandering and I call it cultural exploration? With a little extra time for me to recharge, of course. Right?
Now that we're having this little break, it...
Why are you suddenly acting like the adult here?
Blade has accepted General Yao Guang's proposal. Perhaps he has finally moved on. It's going to be a path fraught with danger. From now on, I will turn my attention to... Mr. Yang and I have been asked by General Yao Guang.
I've got work to do too. Mr. Ashvale wanted someone to accompany him to the tavern to investigate clues. No problem. When you come back.
Did you need something? I need a break. I felt warm right now. It feels like I'm back in Oak Manor's banquet hall. At those parts, Mr. Yang insisted I should get a full day of sleep. But I should thank you for letting me embark on this journey. Mr. Yang insisted I should thank you.